Hey, okay. Today is September 18th. Oh my God. I actually ended up not getting the pumpkin spice and it sold out in 24 hours apparently, or less. I think it sold out in like
Oh,
11 hours
I'll
or
send you
12
some. I
hours.
got 2 boxes.
Oh, did you? You're the best.
Yeah.
I just want to try it. Like I didn't really feel like I wanted to. And then I was like, well, maybe I will. And then it was gone. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not.
No, it's not meant to be.
Oh, so that apparently was a huge success. I believe that Beachbody will probably do more seasonal flavors.
I think so.
I think so. So a couple of quick announcements. I was just checking in on Melissa's page. She is doing one-on-one mentoring calls if you claim a time. I claimed a time.
Oh,
So go in there and claim whatever time you want. And it's going to be next Monday night. Or I'm sorry, not next Monday night, next Monday. She's got some time blocks. Also, there's new things coming as far as, so like if you have coaches who are inactive, coming soon, they are going to be able to purchase new challenge packs, even though they are inactive with their business fees paid. Because it used to be, and it is right now, like if you have a coach that's inactive who's been paying their business fees forever and ever, but hasn't ordered Shakeology more than like once or twice, they could have been inactive for like 2 years and you wouldn't get any, they would just order and, just be active again and you would just get volume points. So it sounds like, I guess Kim Carver did a post, he did a video, I don't know, maybe on Beachbody Champions, I'm not sure. But he was talking about, I haven't watched it, but that's the rumor. So that's exciting.
I actually watched a previous video that Kim had done right after Summit, and he said that they were making changes to the Success Club points, and that there were things that you previously couldn't get Success Club points before for that you can now. So like if a customer is signed up under a different coach and then they stop, and that person's coach isn't working anymore or whatever, if they sign up under you and they do the transfer, you do get, and they buy a challenge pack, you do get Success Club points for that customer. Whereas it used to be lifetime.
Oh,
that
really?
customer was only worth max amount of however many points. And then now if they stop being a customer and then down the road they become a customer again under a new coach, they are able to earn. But he said there were some other things too, but they weren't announcing them yet. So I'm wondering if that might have something to do with it.
Because I know also it used to be that if you had a customer who had ordered once and then didn't order again for a long time and they signed up with a challenge pack, you can now get Success Club points for that, whereas it used to be they couldn't because it was lifetime. And then the other thing that was really nice was maybe last Christmas. No, it was Christmas, like my first year coaching. You used to only get one Success Club point for Shakeology, which is why it's like Success Club 5, because it used to be that Shakeology was only worth 1 point, but now it's worth 2. So even though it's basically impossible, I'm sorry, there's bugs in my house, basically impossible to get Success Club 5 unless there's some random thing where if you like sell a whole bunch of like random stuff, you'll get a Success Club point, but it has to be like a large volume of individual things. So
yeah, it's like a certain amount of personal volume points. If you hit it, you get one Success Club.
Yeah.
No, like if people buy a certain amount of items and it adds up to a certain amount of volume points, then they give you a point for that.
Yeah.
Because I randomly got that one month and I didn't even know why. And that's when I found out it was just because the people that were doing things that month it just happened to be the right combination of things for that 1 month. So
yeah. Well, let's get into it because I'm really, really, really excited about, that's totally not the right page. Really excited about tonight, what I want to talk about. So actually Amber is going to start us off. And I'll just kind of lead in a little bit because, so I had a call yesterday afternoon with my Diamond mentor, and before that, he had me watch this video in one of the Elite Push groups that I'm in. And it's about basically like paying it forward. And it's a really great mindset for us to get into, which is no matter whether we sign up a coach who wants to work or just a customer, just to be in that mindset of how we love what we do as coaches, And it feels so amazing to help other people get the results that we have ourselves have gotten, or feel as good as we feel, or get the energy that we feel, or, help somebody lose 5 pounds, help somebody get started with a 3-day refresh and they, lose 2 or 3 or 5 pounds. Even just like those small wins, like that feels so good for us. And for us to be able to have that opportunity to share that feeling with other people when they get new people to help other people. And so, and this is something actually that Amber brought up to me. I hadn't even thought about it. This was like a year ago, maybe. Like, right, I think it was maybe a couple months after you started coaching. And you're like, yeah, I was talking to this girl and I just kind of, this is what I said to her. And so what I'd like is for Amber to talk us through what she tells her people who are just kind of signing up as discount coaches or even customers, to kind of not push coaching on them in any way, but to kind of open the door a little bit and say, here's the opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Amber, take it away.
I was not expecting you to go first. I don't know why I feel so nervous today. Oh, goodness. So this actually has happened a couple times. I'm not exactly positive which particular coach it was that Alana was referencing, but or person, customer. But this has come across conversations that I've had several times with a lot of my customers, because I know we all have had like moments of doubt in our head where we're like, I don't know if I can talk about stuff like this, or I don't want to look like a pushy salesy person like I see all these other MLM people on Facebook, and everyone kind of everyone gets nervous and they get these doubts about what they have the ability to do. So I've had customers where I talk to them about discount coaching, and they're just, a little on the fence about how they feel about whether or not they're capable of doing the business opportunity, or whether they would be good at it. And kind of some of the approach that I've taken with people who are not necessarily ready right now, but they're kind of, it's a thought in the back of their mind. I kind of talk with them about, usually they're people that have already been working the programs or the nutrition aspect of of what Beachbody has to offer. And I asked them, like, have you been talking to your friends? Do you tell your friends about the weight loss that you've had, and or the gains that you've had, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve from your fitness journey? Have you been sharing it with them? And they're like, well, yeah, of course. Like, if I just lost 10 pounds, I'm going to call my mom and I'm going to freak out. I'm going to call my friends and, kind of freak out. And I say, that's not to say that this job is not work, because it's definitely work. If you're going to succeed at this, you have to put in the time. But really, that's a lot of what we do is we share what all of this wonderful company has to offer, and share our experiences with it and our friends' experiences with it, and then help people figure out what is going to really be tailored to work for them, and then share it with them, and then they have the same experiences or they don't, and we coach them along and kind of move them forward. But I've had a few friends of mine that I've just basically said to them, you're already buying a challenge pack price and signing up as a coach are the exact same price. And really, when it comes down to it, if you're getting Shakeology every month, going the discount coach way is going to save you money, in the long run anyway. But what I tell them is, it doesn't really hurt you to sign up as a discount coach rather than, signing up as just a customer. If anything, it saves you money. But what you can do from there is just go about what you've already been doing. Keep working your program, keep doing your nutrition program, keep losing weight, keep losing inches, keep sharing your story of what you've got going on social media, and talk to your friends. You might have friends that are looking to have the exact same successes that you're having, and it's kind of the whole mindset of what the discount coach is working to get your shakes paid for. If you kind of put it that way, you can, if you just have 2 or 3 other friends that want to do this journey with you, and you guys all work together, and you kind of both, you're all make sure that you're doing the programs and the workouts and drinking your shake every day. you'll have all of your stuff paid for. And then once you know that you're able to do it that way, then you can step it up from there. Ilana, was there anything else in particular that you remember that you wanted me to mention from that?
No, I think that was it. It was mostly just the way that you brought it up in a really organic way, which is just, you are already wanting to start on your own journey. And if you have people who see your results and see what you're doing and want to join you, that's awesome, and share this with them. And that's basically what we do as coaches.
Yeah, that's what I've said. I actually have somebody that's going to be joining our team relatively shortly here, who literally, when I first met her, did not have 2 dimes to rub together to afford anything when it came to her fitness journey. And it started off by buying discount shakes from Walmart and going on walks with her kids and being in our challenge groups. And after, several months, she's seen what this community has to offer, and, seen the progress that other people are making with the programs. And now she's got this fire just from the gains that she's made before she was even working our programs, just having this community of people that are supporting each other, and, having that mindset of getting into that daily routine really pushed her. And now she's like, what can I do to even just come up with the minimum amount of money to sign up as a coach? If I can't afford the challenge pack, what do I do to get my foot in the door with coaching? Because I want to share this with the freaking world. And that's kind of the fire that we all need to have. But I told her, I said, we can go that route, but you might also want to just call some of your close friends, see if there's anybody that's willing to jump, into, the deep end with you on your fitness journey. Not even whether we're worried about them coaching or anything. That's aside from the fact. But if she could just find, 3 friends that can, say that they're going to do this journey with her, and she can sign up and then sign them up underneath her, for their challenge packs, and she's made back the money, for the most part, for her first month. At least her Shakeology is covered at that point. And then depending on the route that they take, she might have coaches underneath her and be hitting emerald in her first week, So I just try to hit it from not a sales aspect, if that makes any sense. Like Ilana said, it's a very organic kind of thing, because that's what we do. We're not here to slang shakes, as I like to say. That's not what we're here for. And our team is definitely not about that. If that's what you're here for, you are on the wrong team. But our team is definitely about taking the opportunity that we have in our hand and paying it forward to every person that we can open our mouth and pay it forward to. Because I will tell you, being at Summit, and I know 3 of us on this call were, seeing the success stories that are possible with this journey, it just amazing. And why wouldn't you? If you could tell somebody that you're blind and I can give you the gift of sight, wouldn't you do it? Or if someone's deaf and I could let you hear a song, would you do it? So if somebody is struggling with their weight their entire life, and you have the gift of being able to get them to their goals so they can be able to play with their kids, it's, and then I get cut off. Sorry, I got a phone call. But it's a no-brainer. You would give, would and should and can give them that gift.
Boom.
Off my soapbox.
100%. I got chills listening to you, because I remember at Summit, and we hear those success stories, and the Beachbody Champions winners, which basically are the people who submit their story and their weight loss journey, and people get the top 10 get chosen, and they get their story gets made into a video, and then they get chosen to win. I forget, how much is it? $50,000, $100,000 for Beachbody? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of ridiculous amount of money. But you hear their stories, and there are people, they started out at like 300, 400 pounds, and like just to see the progress that they made in the journey that they're on, and they come out on stage and everybody's in tears, and like I have chills right now. Unbelievable. And it's exactly what Amber just said. Like, if you had the cure for cancer, would you let somebody tell you that price is a problem? Like, hello, we have it right here. We have the cure for cancer. Like, that's the equivalent of what we have. We have the equivalent cure for health right now. We can make every single person healthy. We have that.
I was just getting ready. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You made a better point than I did. This is literally like, for some people, it's like we hold the cure for freaking diabetes in our hand. We have the cure for high blood pressure in our hand, cardiac disease. Like, how many freaking people out there, the whole reason they've got cardiac like disease is because of their diet. Like, boom, it's right there. And what is our favorite phrase? Don't let someone else's opportunity get be stuck in your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't keep your mouth closed and not share an opportunity with someone, because that could be the only chance that they would be willing to take. And some of these people are being saved from bariatric surgeries, which a lot of them have a high failure rate, I will just say. I'm actually working with someone right now that if she can just get over the fact that she thinks she can't do this, you know, she's signed up for the whole regimen to get to bariatric surgery, which requires a bunch of medical stuff and psychological evaluations. Like, we could do this. We don't need that.
Right.
I'm going to get off my soapbox before I take up the whole freaking
You're awesome. And it's totally right. Like, we provide that service for people. Like, we are coaches. We're like a therapist to somebody. We're like a nutritionist to somebody. We're like, you know, we provide them with the tools for personal training, for eating well. We provide them with the supplements that they need, the vitamins, you know, and then we're there for them and we support them, and we give them the opportunity to, like, we give them the tools that they need to work through things on so many levels, whether it's physical or emotional or, you know, mental. We help them break through those barriers that they can't do just going through the medical system. It's amazing. So yes, I mean, I know we're all preaching to the choir here, but just a reminder, like, that's what these calls are for, is like to remind you why we're here, to get everybody fired up. So what I wanted to get into with this call is, and I love a couple of the points that Amber made. So we have the opportunity, we get to pay this forward to the people that we bring in, that we help get started on their health and fitness journey. But how can we help them pay it forward is really the best question, because that's how we help more people. Like, as one coach, we can only help so many people. But if Amber, I help you, and Jen, I help you, and then you go out and you help, you know, over the course of your career as a coach, you could help, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, I can only help a certain number of people, but it multiplies every time we help somebody else who then goes on to help somebody else. They're helping people we can't help. And so to really just kind of instill that into our team culture of, we are a culture of paying it forward. We're paying forward the gift of health, the gift of, you know, strength, the gift of confidence, the gift of love, the gift of just being a person who inspires other people and adds value to other people's lives and shares what we've learned. That's what our culture needs to be. I mean, and I know that, you know, Beachbody does that, but within our team, that's what needs to be our priority, is how we help people help other people. Because not only does that help our business, because that's kind of the premise of, like, duplication. We help people get started and they help people get started doing, you know, what we did for them. But it helps more people. And that's the entire purpose of why we do what we do. And so when Amber, like, something that Amber said that struck me was, when she talks to her people about, you know, just signing up as a discount coach and, you know, keeping an open mind as far as, like, what coaching is, you know, you said, Amber, you get to work together with your friends. And obviously we all know that that's what we do. We work with our friends and we get to support and, you know, and share this journey with people who are important to us in our lives. But I think a lot of people, it's hard for them to grasp that, and they think, oh, you're selling shakes. You're selling something. But no, like, if we approach it as you get to work with your friends and you get to bring your friends into this team and support each other, a lot of people are lacking that kind of team community mentality or mindset or environment in their life. And it's another thing that we get to provide. And so, you know, by us just paying it forward and adding value to other people's lives, that's how we start to cultivate this. And that's when we do it, other people are inspired to do it as well. And when we create that culture, anybody that we bring in to join us, they are exposed to that. And the more we do it, the more other people will do it too. So a couple of things. So like the call that I listened to, I just want to share some like nuggets from it that I took away. So basically like it's almost like the formula, if you will. But basically like you help somebody get started. They're all excited, you know, and we all know that there is the discount option. And, you know, for somebody to be a discount coach, like you don't have to do anything. All you do is just sign up as a coach and you get a discount. You never have to do a single thing if you don't want to. But like Amber said, we ask them to tell their friends, and they're already going to do it anyway. Like anytime anybody starts a new diet or, you know, tries a new thing, they're always talking to their friends. They say, hey, yeah, like I'm starting these shakes. Like, I don't know, they're kind of expensive. We'll see if they work. Everybody knows what they're doing, especially like in an office environment. I remember I used to work for the state of Wyoming, and there was this girl in there, and I love her to death. And she and I are still friends. The whole office knew every single time she started a new diet, and the whole office got like a blow by blow of her entire like either success or failure with this diet. And like that's what a lot of people do, and that happens a lot in, you know, in office cultures, and that's kind of how it is. If you spend 40 plus hours a week in a cubicle with, you know, 10 other people, you know all about everybody else. And that's what a lot of people do these days. They work in an office, and so they're going to tell their friends. And so why not encourage them to just tell their friends and just do exactly what they're going to do? And then we help them, which is our job. So we do our job and we help them get results. And you all know we have so many resources. You know, we've got Tony's Challenge Group. We've got all of the products. We've got, you know, just our interaction with them. So they're going to get results. They're going to love how they feel. They're going to start to tell their friends. And then this is when we can say, yeah, like if you have any friends who want to join you, Beachbody offers a referral bonus. And this is the key thing. Like I've been calling it a commission, and I'm going to start calling it a referral bonus, because that sounds like something like it's a referral. It's like paying it forward, and it's a bonus, and it's money. And that's kind of how we help people see the value of becoming a coach and being able to do what we do. Because I think it does sound scary to a lot of people when you say, hey, you want to coach? And they're like, I could never coach because, you know, everybody has their excuses or reasons or whatever it is. But when you tell people, if you help your friends, you get a referral bonus. That sounds like the least scary thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't know about you. And so that's what I will be using now. And basically you just say, you know, and I'll help you get them signed up, and, you know, you get the referral bonus, and you can even get your shakes paid for. So I love that. I absolutely love that strategy. Let me see.
I like Alana. Sorry to interrupt, but I like that strategy, because when Melissa's my upline, and when she asked me about coaching, I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I just want to lose some weight. I was like, what are you talking about? But so the referral is a lot less intimidating, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I came in wanting to coach, just because I saw, you know, in the challenge groups, like I wanted to be like one of the helping people. But I know that's not how a lot of people are. And I know that, I don't know, I think that language of, the referral bonus. And the other thing, like, there are so many perks that we get as coaches. Like, if you, even as a discount coach, you can, when they do these launch programs, like, you can get whatever the, the small package is, and you can get into the coach test group with the trainers. I mean, that's an awesome, awesome perk. You get the emails from corporate that tells you like things that are coming up. So you get to learn about things before like the general public learns about them. These are all like little extra bonus perks that you can talk to people about, as far as just like, becoming a coach and learning. And then if they're excited and they're loving what they're doing, which hopefully they are, and that they should be, if we're doing our job, then they're going to want to talk about it. And they'll be like, oh my God, pumpkin spice Shakeology, or, whatever the next flavor is, or the next new program, or, all of those things. Like, and I don't know, do people who aren't like actively coaching, do they get emails about like the Success Club trip or anything like that?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they do get some emails. I don't know whether I have all discount coaches on mine.
Yeah.
I'll have to check, but I feel
I'm
like
pretty
sometimes
sure
my mom knows about certain things.
Yeah.
Because she's a discount coach who has signed up one coach under herself. But
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they look for them and they end up in their spam.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably true too.
For them. Yeah.
But at any rate, like, there's so many, there's so many perks, and we all know what they are, but it's just a matter of communicating with people. And truly, like, the way to get to Diamond and beyond is we help people get started. We help them get results. We help them help other people, and we just do it again and again. It's the simplest thing ever. And so this is just another tool, a way that we can talk to people about, how we share what we do, how to get people interested without kind of overwhelming and freaking them out. Because the best coaches, not that you guys aren't like amazing, because I know you pretty much, Melissa, you're not my coach, but Amber and Jen, like, you guys came in like for the coaching aspect of it, but I've heard a lot of top coaches say some of their best coaches are people who started out as customers, or who started out as discount coaches, who fell in love with the products, who fell in love with, the challenge groups, and realized like they were seeing great results and they wanted to help other people get those same results. And so there are going to be people who you bring in that way, and just because they didn't start out as, wanting to be a coach, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be a coach. I've heard, stories about people who they were a lead that somebody got. And Jen, like, once you hit Emerald, and you hit Success Club, every month Beachbody assigns what they call leads, which is where anybody who's just signs up through the website, they get assigned to people who hit Success Club in that month. So that's kind of cool. It's free customers. But there are people who came in as, a lead, and they, started talking to the coach who, reached out to them as their coach, and they became a coach, and they're like some superstar. So anything can happen. And it's just a matter of, presenting it in a way that people are comfortable with, and that doesn't, freak people out. Which I know, because we get like super excited about it, and we're like, and we just want to like Beachbody, and we have to like rein it back in, take a deep breath. But yeah, so questions. Okay, I want a question from everybody. Who has a question? Who wants to go first?
This is just a general question. Because of all the hurricane hoo-ha, I missed Carl's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys both on that? Or were you all on that? Is there a record anywhere?
Yes, there is. I would ask Melissa, and because I think Nicole Jones recorded it.
I thought she did, but I was looking on Nicole's page.
You might have to like request it specifically.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Sorry, off topic.
No, that's great.
I don't know if that was going to get posted anywhere where just anyone could see it, because Carl did kind of show some behind the scenes stuff that has not been released to the company yet. So that might not be, it might be something you have to request, because they might not just post it out on the team pages.
I was so mad. I got on at like 10 minutes before it ended. It was just Nicole talking, and I was like, shoot.
Oh.
I was like this the whole time.
Anybody else have questions about anything? Doesn't have to be about what we talked about. Everybody has questions.
Well, I appreciate the organic discussion, because I think that that's where, you know, people, my last coach who signed up, she's been watching me, and she was like, called me, and she's like, JC, she called me and she's like, all right, what are you doing? All right, enough of this. I need to lose this much weight before my daughter's bat mitzvah. And what are you doing? I want what you have. It wasn't a cost thing. I could have told her it was $1 million. She was ready to sign. But it's that organic thing that is a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
So the referrals and the perks and all that.
And that's a really good point too, Melissa, which is people don't usually just come out of the woodwork and ask us what we're doing and say, sign me up. Like, there are two major parts to what we do. One is putting it out there so that it's like, you know, putting up our storefront, which is, you know, our Instagram page, our Instagram page, our Facebook page, our Instagram stories, like sharing our life and how it naturally fits into it and the success that we've had without being pushy. So like, that's one part of it. And then the bigger part is reaching out and starting the conversations with people. So reaching out and just kind of even just starting conversations that have nothing to do with Beachbody. If you've been doing your job, posting, you know, sharing your story, sharing you, the authentic and real you, you know, when you reach out to somebody for the first time and start connecting with them, they're going to be like, what's that thing you're doing? Or, oh, you look great. Or, hey, I haven't talked to you in a long time and you look awesome. Or you seem really, you know, happy. What are you doing? And then you can be like, well, I'm doing this great thing. I'd love to talk to you about it. And that's a way to kind of create those organic conversations, because I know it's so hard, especially when you're like, as you start getting into what's called, Jen, your cold market, which is like people that you make friends with on Facebook and then you start talking to them versus people you've known for a while. When you start getting into your cold market, it's hard to like figure out when to bring up Beachbody. But you need to build a relationship with them first so that they trust you, so that they figure out that you have something in common, that you're a nice person, that, you know, whatever your quirks are, like they kind of have an idea of who you are. And then, but even still trying to figure out how to bring that back up to them and be like, I'm doing this thing. Do you want to join me? That can be hard. And it's hard for me. It's still hard. But you know, I have big goals, so I do it anyway. But yeah, just, you know, there are two parts to this business. You know, one is your storefront and one is the behind the scenes.
So I do have kind of a question, since you guys are all like in this more than I have, still new on this. So I'm still on the warm part where I'm getting to the people that I see every day at the office, or family members and stuff. You know, I've been talking to them, you know, about what's going on, because they were saying, Jen, you're looking so good, you're so full of energy. And so I'm bringing up, you know, I'm taking shakes, you know, I'm, you know, trying this whole goal and stuff, and I'm still getting, you know, well, you know, we'll kind of see how this goes. Does this get easier? I mean, yes, I feel like.
So just so you know, we only have like 2.5 minutes before Zoom cuts me off. But so it gets, the biggest thing that you can do is you can make progress on your own journey and show people what's possible. Because when you are the proof that what you're doing works, people are more inclined to take your word for it, versus if you just like, yeah, it's great, and a year later nothing has changed. But yes, I mean, and I will say that it doesn't necessarily the situation doesn't get easier, but you learn tools to deal with it. And when you grow yourself and you learn about, you know, what works best for you in a conversation, that's when it feels more normal. Does that make sense? No, she's frozen. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, we have like less than a minute, but thank you all of you, of course, as usual, for getting on. I hope this was helpful, and I would love to do more calls like this where we just kind of all contribute. You guys only want to see my talking head so much, so I would love to have more of these where everybody just kind of pitches in. But I think that's it. So that'll be it for tonight, and I will post this, and we'll do it again next week. So have a fantastic evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.